Well, with Matt Nieto, there are a lot of factors that you can put into and why I feel like he's about to break out. Number one is he's coming off an injury. So he was injured last conference, mostly of that last conference. So he never really got his footing in. And also with the trade that they traded away Calvin Oftana, I feel like Kevin Alas will have to play a little more too. So that one spot is pretty much free already for Chris and Matt Nieto. And based on his first game performance, he had a great game, led his team to a win against his former coach, Coach Yengel. So I'm very excited for things to come for Matt.
I was gonna ask kung issue nga ba yung bagong coach, but then that's also gonna be your reason for the next guy that we have here. Ito, you mentioned Leonard Sante. Again, new coach coming in, and does that normally mean for you na that might mean more opportunities for this guy?
Well, I think go both ways. Alam naman natin yan, with coaches, may kanya-kanyang mga bata, may kanya-kanyang mga style. But with Leonard Santillan, we all know what he can do pre-Coach Yeng. Now we're about to find out what he can do as Coach Yeng, as his coach. Because based on their game yesterday against Ginebra, you could see the confidence in Leonard Santillan. I know he shoots threes, but pull-up threes, fast break, like that's Coach Yeng's, mumurahin kita kung di mo itira yan perspective eh. So, kitang-kita na kagad yung effect for all these players actually.
Ito, first two players natin, new coach. But this time around, this player is reunited with his old coach back in the college days. Alden Yee, na parte na ngayon ng Converge Fiber Xers.
The first time that I saw the news that Coach Alden Yee was named the coach of Converge, minessage ko na kagad si Coach Alden. Coach Alden, first of all, congratulations. Number two, nag-request na ba ng trade yung Alden Yee? I was just waiting for it to happen because I could feel that Phoenix needed a different position. They have a lot of one guards. Mamaya pag-usapan natin point guard nila.
Yeah.
But for Alden Yee, I covered that game with Coach Alan Gregorio. I told them, feeling ko inutusan to ni Coach Alden na if you don't push that basketball, hindi kita ipapasok. So the way he was just pushing that basketball, kitang-kita. And we all know what he can do as well.
You know what? It's funny because as a Lasallian, I can fully attest to the Aljon Melesio experience under Coach Alden Yee, and it's bound to be very fun dito sa PBA. But moving on, Arvin Tolentino playing with a chip on his shoulder because of being traded from Barangay Ginebra to Northport, and he balled out in his first game.
First week, Player of the Week honors right away in the PBA, and I feel like he's just the ultimate professional. He didn't get a lot of minutes with Ginebra. Of course, he won championships though, so I'm sure he's not complaining.
Yeah.
But now moving on, and 2 days after the trade, he had to perform, and he balled out against Phoenix, and then he also was so close to leading, along with Robert Bolick and Roy Sumang, leading them past Bay Area. So with Arvin Tolentino, we all know what his talent is. But if you give him that green light, and under Coach Pido, who is known as a player's coach, sky's the limit for Arvin.
Last but definitely not the least on the list, si Tyler T. Nabanggit natin, no? Yung lumuwag na ng konti yung position dito sa backcourt ng Phoenix LPG Fuel Masters. Why Tyler T?
Well, I was actually talking to him in a podcast this past week, and he told me the moment he sat on the table when he was drafted by Coach Topex right away said, we are looking for a starting point guard. So if that doesn't mean confidence and that doesn't mean that they have plans for Tyler Teo, then of course, diba, kitang-kita mo na doon yung confidence na binibigay sa kanya. Although he struggled in the past 2 games, he led the league in 3-point percentage last conference. He has been struggling with that 3-point shot now. But the reps and the time will be given for Tyler Teo.
So we have a bit more time here, and then of course, when you look at all of these guys, syempre, especially with guys like Aljon and Tyler, as well as Arvin, the last 3 that you mentioned, arguably will have a lot more usage. Pero can you give us a bit of insight on the weight of that responsibility, especially for a guy like Tyler? Kasi having to fill in the shoes now of a Matthew Wright cannot be easy.
Well, obviously, that will be a collective effort. You can't really replace Matthew Wright 1-for-1. But Tyler Teo's outside shot, he's more or less the go-to shooter already for Phoenix. And the way he will play alongside, of course, JV Mocon and the other players. As for Arvin and also Aljon Melesio, just being able to play for a player's coach, known player's coaches na talagang ilalabas lang nila yung laro, and they will allow you to ball out.